Welcome back to Anderson's Smoke Show. Today we bring you the Masterbuilt 40-inch digital charcoal smoker. We're gonna unbox it, we're gonna assemble it, and we're gonna do the initial burn-in. So stick around and see how we do it. If you're new here, I'm here to show you that backyard barbecue can be fun and easy. So be sure to subscribe to my channel and ring that bell so that you can keep up with the latest content. Be sure to like the video, write me a comment, let me know what you think of this Masterbuilt 40-inch digital charcoal smoker. Now let's get at it. Well, we might as well get this thing unboxed. Check that out. Should be able to just cut down the side here. Just get a bunch of this stuff out so we can start working on getting the rest of this out. One piece of advice, when you're unpacking that, just take one shelf out at a time. They've got zip ties on all the corners. Just snip them with a pair of scissors or use a knife. Welcome to the family. Let's get started. All right, so might as well start unpackaging some of this stuff. Get some of these boxes opened up here. All right, there is our fan. I believe that is part of step one. The first few steps require you to empty everything out of the smoker so that you can flip it upside down to attach everything that goes on the bottom, the legs, the fan, the controller, everything. So I'm gonna need my cameraman's assistance. We're gonna flip this thing upside down. Step one has us installing the air vent into the smoker. So we're gonna need to open up the doors and put this thing in using 2 A screws. Probably be easier if you just take the doors off. So using 2 A screws, we are going to mount this on the inside. So step 2 has us mounting the fan to the bottom side using 6 A's and 2 B's. And the 2 B's are for these brackets right here. It's gonna sit just like that. And this right here is one of the B's. And then I'll go around the back side here and get the other B. And here are the A's. We'll start installing the 6 A's. To make sure that that air vent on the inside is sucked up tight when you're trying to screw these down. That way the holes line up and they actually tighten. All right, so the next step, we're gonna be attaching the legs here, and that's gonna be using 12 C's. Step 4, we've got a lot of things going on. We're putting the control panel on the front. We're putting a cross member on the back. We're using 2 C's and 8 B's. All right, so step 4, we're gonna start with that cross member on the back. It's gonna use 4 Bs. You're just gonna line it up here and get it started. All right, we'll snug these up now that we've got all 4 in. All right, so now for the control panel, it's gonna go in place just like so. And your 2 Cs are gonna go down here, and your Bs are gonna go up here. Start with the top Bs here, just to get it held in place. We won't put those in too far. That requires a little bit of elbow grease and a little force, but we got it. All right, step 5 is to put the wheels on. The wheels with the locking casters go on the front, and you use the wrench provided. I find that it's easiest to put the wrench and then you take your fingers and keep pressure on it. You could just spin it around until your fingers start to get smashed. Then you got to think of something else. All right, legs are on. All right, so we've got the base pretty much put together. We've got the wheels on. It's time to flip it over so that we can continue with step 6. Step 6 has us putting parts 13 and 14 together and sliding it in at the bottom of the smoker cabinet. So here is piece 13, this is 14. This is just gonna push down into place like that. That acts as the heat diffuser. Step 7 is gonna have us take all of those shelf hangers and install them. So step 8 is going to give us the ash clean out, the charcoal basket, and the partition. Let's get those put in. You can see that there's 2 tabs here on the side, and then there's 2 on the bottom. They're going to line up with the holes on the bottom of the charcoal basket and on the side here, so that locks in place. And that whole basket's going to sit, and then you'll take the whole thing and slide it into place right there. All right, so step 9, we're gonna install the water pan and the water pan bracket. Step 10 has us installing all of the wire racks. And these are actually nice. They've got these little tabs down here that keep them in place so that they actually won't pull up either. That's nice. So step 11 is going to require 2 D screws, and that's going to be for strain relief on the cord. That goes in the hole on the side of the legs. Also, we're going to install the antenna. All right, so the antenna is going to screw in right on the back side of that control panel. Pretty tight fit back here. So you need to take the cord that's attached to the back side of the controller and mount it with those 2 screws. That's going to provide strain relief so that you're not pulling the cord right out of the controller. Step 12 is going to be to connect all of the wires from underneath. Not exactly sure why this wasn't step 5, 6. This step and this step could have been done way sooner. Just saying, when you've still got your smoker upside down, just skip ahead and do 11 and 12. All right, Masterbuilt, I hope you're listening. You ought to move those steps in your manual. There's no reason why I've got to lay on the ground, and after I've installed everything, I'm not tipping it either. Yeah, see, Masterbuilt, you really could have made this a lot easier and just did this steps and steps ago. Instead, I have to have somebody tip this while I work underneath, and it's really not ideal. So maybe in the future, you should rethink that. So step 13, we're gonna put the handles on using 8A screws and 8E nuts. Got the handle here, got one of the screws, and one of the nuts. Let's get that started there. We'll snug it up after we get another one in. Another complaint here, this step should have been done earlier. Now I have to move one of the racks in order to put the handle in. Use the back side of that wrench so you can snug those up. I can tell you right now that there should have been some sort of frame that this attached to, because look, the pull on that handle and the whole wall gets yanked on. And we'll get this other handle started. All right, step 14, we're gonna get the doors back on. Get the door on here. Yeah, something like that. Step 15, 8 more A screws and 2 handles, and that's it. All right, we'll get the handles attached here on the front like so. So it is currently 8 p.m. We just finished assembling this Masterbuilt Digital Charcoal Smoker, and it's time to do the burn-in. That's gonna get rid of all of the chemicals and oils that are used in the manufacturing and shipping process. Now, let me read you the instructions and tell you why we're not going to do this tonight. Remember, it's 8 p.m. Insert the charcoal partition into the charcoal basket. Check. Fill the charcoal basket quarter to half full with charcoal, approximately 4 to 6 pounds. You can do that pretty easily. Step 3, start the smoker following the startup instructions and set the temperature to 275 degrees for 2 hours. After 2 hours, set the temperature to 400 degrees and allow the smoker to burn out the remaining charcoal. Allow the smoker to cool completely. Yeah, so we don't have time for that tonight, so we'll get up tomorrow, we'll get this thing burning. Now, I have not fired this up yet, and the reason why is when we assembled it, we finished it pretty late, and the burn-in process is gonna take you at least 2 to 3 hours at a minimum, and I just didn't have time to do it. So today, I am going to do the initial burn-in. I'm gonna show you how to light this smoker, so let's do it. Now for the initial burn-in in the smoker, they want us to run it at 275 degrees for 2 hours. Now there's a couple modifications that you have to make when you're running it at 275 degrees and above. The first thing, you've got your heat deflector. You need to insert it like this. The second thing, when you're cooking at 275 degrees and above, you need to remove the partition. This basket you need to put all the charcoal right in that basket. Down in the front right-hand corner, there is a place to put your fire starter, and that's where we will put ours. For this initial burn-in, they want us to put about 6 to 8 pounds of charcoal. So I've got some Kingsford Blue here. I'm just gonna pour some of that in here. And now we've got the fire starter here. I'm gonna go ahead and place that down in here, put some of the charcoal around it. Now when we're cooking above 275 degrees, they want us to put another fire starter down in the back right or the back corner. Now that we have the fire starters loaded up in, I've got my butane torch that I use with my Masterbuilt Gravity Series. We'll get this thing lit. Now that we've got both fire starters going, we need to push the tray back into the smoker. We need to close the top door, and we're going to leave the bottom door open for the next 3 minutes. Now that this has been lit for 3 minutes, you can see our fire starters are starting to do the trick. We're gonna close the door here to the fuel access, lock that up, and we're gonna come over here to the temperature. We're gonna set this to 275 degrees, and that fan should kick on. There it goes. Now we are in the preheating process. Now for the burn-in, we really don't need to worry about it. We're just gonna run it at 275 for the next 2 hours. Now that we've got this set to 275 degrees, like I said, we're gonna run that for 2 hours. At that 2-hour period, they want you to bump it up to 400 degrees and just let it run until the charcoal runs out. And that will complete the burn-in process. Now I hope you enjoyed this assembly and burn-in video. We'll see you next time with some awesome cooks here at Anderson Smoke Show. Thanks again for tuning into Anderson Smoke Show. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and check out that recommended video, then my Facebook and my Instagram pages. I'll see you there.